man. We back up in this thing again, man. You dig? We got R. Kelly in the news, man. R. Kelly going through a whole lot right now in regards to the federal sex crime case against the R&B singer. R. Kelly will go to trial next April in Chicago. The judge ruled in court Wednesday, right? So, like, for one, R. Kelly got he got to sit probably about another 6, 7 months in jail, right? And these charges is related to, you know, in regards to him in the situation with the underage females, right? So R. Kelly, like most people know, in any type of institution, when it comes to rapists, you know, kid murderers, anything like that, it becomes a problem for them type of people to live. You feel me? So with that being said, what ends up happening is they end up having to go into protective custody, etc., etc. You feel me? Corey Turner, what's good, family? So they end up Youngstown. Shout out Youngstown, Ohio. Salute. So what end up happening is they're going to end up having to go and take it there, right? So with that being said, R. Kelly is now in general population, which is quite interesting because two things in their discovery is the evidence that said that R. Kelly and his attorney, right? They surprised discovery that they support the positions, right? That they filed in New York. So even with the cases in New York, even with the cases in Georgia, they try and put everything together. What the dude gonna end up doing some type of federal, deal. I'm pretty sure, like, soon as they done with this case, whether he beat it or not, he's gonna have to go start to see a federal judge, and that's what's gonna hit him. You feel me? That's what's gonna hit him. That type of stuff right there, man. What he's involved in, allegedly, things is this dude facing a whole lot of years, man. We already see what they do to pimps, right? They giving them football numbers in regards, right? I'm talking about 50, 60, 70 years, man. So R. Kelly ain't gonna be no different. He sure ain't gonna be no different. Um, but what's surprising is that R. Kelly would even agree to go back in general population. That's what's surprising to me, right? Why would he even agree to go back in general population? You feel me? Why? Why would he even agree to go back in general population, knowing the severity of his case, knowing that the wolves going, man, they gonna be on him, right? Some people will think like, well, it's R. Kelly. He paid for sure. He paid, and for sure he going. I'm pretty sure he got some type of people that's protecting him in behind that wall. But the only thing is, it's like at the end of the day, the way he fighting these cases, he gonna run out of money, man. He gonna run out of money. Monique Hill, salute, salute, salute. Yeah, man, he gonna run out of money. I'm thinking he gonna run out of money. And what's gonna happen is like this dude got cases in Illinois, Minnesota, and New York. A combined of 18 counts, federal indictments, right? So like this dude, man. R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. R. Kelly, R. Kelly, R. Kelly. How did it happen, dude? Why did it happen? You feel me? Sick dude, man. Sick dude, man. Sick dude in regards to even the way he's even handling this situation. Even the way he even handled the situation when it came down to this in Atlanta. What happened in Atlanta? It's just like crazy to me. Cause like what happened in Atlanta, it was more so he played that game and he lost. That's a fact. You feel me? Sure did. Kept playing and lost. Yeah. Facts though. Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing because like him right now, what he doing is he playing a game of court, thinking I guess he think this back in the 2000s or something. He think he can beat it again, or whatever the case may be. Everyone knows that even down to the governor of Illinois right now is being investigated for different charges of wrongdoing. The last two governors before that served in that office in Illinois, which is the state that Chicago's in, right? They were also convicted of charges of misusing different funds, things of that nature, right? So what I'm getting at is Illinois, period, can be a corrupt place, and over the years, a lot of that stuff has changed. As we see, a lot of these politicians, they end up in jail, man. They end up in jail. They end up in jail. They gone. They ain't no more R. Kelly gonna be able to win off of his celebrity. You know, helping these people get back in position. You know, uh, it's just different. And R. Kelly, the thing is, with R. Kelly though, like I said, what surprised me is that he would even want to go back into general population. That's what's crazy. He want to go back in general population. He's fighting all these cases with everything he got. Like I'm just sure, man. It's just quite crazy to me how more than likely he's not going to win, right? Because the evidence, like we even see some of the evidence, they even letting us see it. That's not even the hard evidence. Trust me, if they letting us see that, that's not even the hard evidence. You feel me? Fed off him, the girls and their families. Yeah, yeah, that's a fact though. A lot of people say that because of him feeding different, different organizations in that city, you know, him feeding them girls' families, let this stuff go under the rug for years. It's crazy to me though, man. Like, how could you even think about doing something with that? Yeah, I don't even get it, man. People were saying it was a known fact that he did and recruits high schools looking for them teeny boppers. And you know what's crazy? It is a known fact. And that ain't even allegedly, because that same high school, which is Kenwood Academy, I went to that high school. I was actually in high school during the time when that first sex tape came out. And them particular females, they was a little bit older than me, so I was like a freshman. One of them was a junior, and one of them was a senior. You know what I'm saying? When I had first came up there, and that's what everybody in the school was saying, that R. Kelly had been riding around, and that's what the type of vibes he was on. He'll ride around, and Kenwood was one of them type of schools where we didn't have to wear uniform. We also have off-campus lunch. So when we got off-campus lunch, that means that, like, for example, I had the earliest lunch. The earliest lunch was fourth period. Fourth period, that means they start letting kids out on the streets at 10 o'clock. You feel me? So you got at 10 o'clock, you got little girls walking around, you got little boys walking around, and you got this grown man with money named R. Kelly driving around. Bad influence, right? Crazy, man. What's good, Sean? What's good, my boy? Yeah, man, it's crazy though. I don't get it. Like, how could that sick family, definitely a sickness. Yeah, that's a sickness, man. Because and what's even crazy is, like, when we was going to this school, I promise you, homie, like, they had sex tapes back then. These kids, they had sex tapes, and these sex tapes was going around our high school. You know what I'm saying? Why they was there? It was on VHS. Never forget, VHS and DVD. They had both copies. Cause it's like, we talking like '01, '02. You feel me? So crazy, man. Crazy. I'm like, wow. But it's interesting because, like, when during that time in Chicago, me growing up there in Chicago, it wasn't like something unusual. I used to always see stuff like that. Like, even in grammar school, You know what I'm saying? You have females like the ones who, she might have been a little bit more advanced in body features in my class, right? We in eighth grade. In the eighth grade, what happened is you will see dudes who like 18, 19, they'll pull up in their cars to pick up these eighth graders. You know what I mean? And the same thing went on in high school. So like it's definitely like a sickness, and it's a sickness that's overlooked in the hood though. You feel me? See, R. Kelly just one of them. You did? He just one of them. He just one of them. You know what I'm saying? But it's overlooked. Son said we had sex tapes back in when I was in high school, 91, 95. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So it's nothing new, but at the same time, like it's one thing when you got kids being kids or whatever, but you got a kid in an adult situation. You know what I'm saying? You got a kid in an adult situation. You feel me? And at this time, like they going around selling this material. You feel me? Why they still going there? Because I remember one of the girls for that year, she was in the talent show we had. I played football. So like we had to go, you know what I'm saying, for that particular talent show, they wanted the football to come in with all their jerseys on, whatever. You feel me? So like you got all this, and I can just think like this girl going through these kids going through all this right at this time, man, going through trying to go through high school. One was a senior, one was a junior. The other one ended up by the next following year, they wasn't going to the school no more. The one girl, she graduated, and the other one, I think she just stopped, you know what I'm saying? She went to either another school or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't know, you know what I mean? I ain't even going to allege or assume, you feel me? But she was no longer going there. And what's crazy is that like with this dude R. Kelly, like I said, it's a bigger sickness than just him. See, we need to put them all on fire. You feel me? Because I wasn't feeling them type of vibes. Like I'm 32. I can't see myself looking at no 18-year-old. You feel me? I just can't. You know what I mean? I just can't. It's not in me. You know what I'm saying? I just can't. So when you got these dudes and they doing this type of stuff and this type of behavior and they thinking it's okay. Oh, well, she 18 and they 100 years old. You know what I'm saying? These the type of people you need to watch. These the type of people, women, if you listening, keep them away from your kids, man. Don't bring them around. You don't need to be having you know what I'm saying, the dude in the household, he cheating on the mother, but he cheating on the mother with the young daughter. You know what I'm saying? Like that's weird stuff, man. But it goes on. You feel me? Don't shoot the messenger. This stuff goes on. Y'all know it goes on. You know what I'm saying? But and that's just not like Corey say that, you know what I'm saying, it would be no Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? It's just not in Hollywood because sex trafficking is everywhere. One of the biggest places sex trafficking is known for is in Atlanta. You know what I mean? So that type of stuff is everywhere, man. That stuff don't stop because when we talking this type of stuff, when we talking to dude who got money and he riding around the high school or riding around bus stops, you feel me? Because in Chicago, you will see a lot of females on bus stops, kids. You feel me? So these are kids on this bus stop as well as adults. So even them, they even avoid talking to the adults to bypass them to talk to the kids. You feel me? Pull up in a nice car. You know, of course, he's an older dude. You know what I mean? He got a nice car. You pull up, everything looking right. Probably got a couple of bees or something. You feel me? Next thing you know, this little girl in the car with him. She being mentally amused. She being misguided and confused. You hear me? Like this stuff ain't nothing new, man. This is nothing new. Nothing new, man. I'm telling you, nothing new. So like, with that being said, it's like, man, they just gotta watch your kids and animals. Exactly. For facts. You know what I mean? Because if you ain't watching them, who else watching? You expect for the world to watch you? You gonna let the world watch your kids when they got stuff going on that's like ridiculous. I'm talking about like some of the stuff, the behavior that people deem okay nowadays, which is I'm talking about nowadays. We talking even 5 years from now. Just 5 years, 5 years ago, the stuff that people deem worthy then is shit now. And the stuff that was shit then is more now. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, man. Just crazy. For real, man. I just don't get like how, with all this going on, I wonder is like the people in Chicago, I'm not there right now, but I wonder is the people in Chicago looking at some of these cats like, damn, bro ass was messing with my sister and shit. Like when she was 15, bro ass was like 21. That's crazy. Like, look at this stuff. Think about it, man. That stuff ain't cool, man. So like when we come in at R. Kelly, what I'm saying is we got to come at our own neighborhood because this is not just some Hollywood stuff right here we talking. This stuff is international. This stuff don't have no face. This stuff don't have no color. It don't even have a gender. You know what I mean? Like it's going on everywhere, and it's not right. So again, R. Kelly going into general population, right? It's quite interesting. I'll be damned. They want us to be like them. Sickening. Hell no. Exactly. You feel me? Like I'm not trying to even a lot of the stuff that goes on. I'm not even trying to conform to like far as like when it come to like how can I express it? Just like I was talking about Megan Thee Stallion the other day, right? I'm driving my kids to school, and next thing you know, this music come on talking about I like them 8 big and all this type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like that stuff, like man, I ain't feeling that. You feel me? Because like my kids, and they look, these the female voices that they got, and then they hearing this type of stuff, right? Then you like I was looking at a video, the dude was smoking the oil out of a weed pen, right? In the video, he was like, "Yeah, man, you changed, man." It's like a funny video or something. They say in the background, like, "You changed, man. You smoking that stuff now. You smoking that stuff now, right? You smoking crack, da 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 da, da, right?" And next thing you know, they say like they reference this. They like, "Yeah, you used to be good when you was just smoking blunts and doing zans." Like, what the like? So this is supposed to be funny, but at the same time, like they referencing pharmaceutical. You know what I mean? Like it don't make any sense. I'm confused by what's going on these days, man. I'm confused. R. Kelly is being set up. He's innocent. Sony is doing this to him because of his $800 million catalog. If he apologized, this stuff will go away. Who would he have to apologize to? I'm just curious. Now that's something I would want to know. Because the thing is, like when you say R. Kelly is being set up, thing is, I just told you I went to Kenwood Academy. I was there in 2001, 2002, right? Look it up. That's the same school where when the first sex tape came out, that's the same girls who was in that sex tape, right? So now I'm here to tell you this ain't even alleged. My man's was riding around the school on the given looking for younger females. You know what I mean? Like these females that like I don't get how you can even if they bodies are well developed or whatever, so have you, these excuses that these type of people will make, right? Even with that being said, man, the maturity, you feel me? What about the maturity? What about that? Huh? What about that, man? What about the maturity? But man, it's crazy. He has to apologize to the elites. Hey man. Hey CC, I hear you, man. I hear you. I hear you. Let the elites talk then. Tell him if he apologized. So like I don't think that like even if he apologized, I really honestly think that what is he apologizing for? Because if you think about it, all while this was going on, R. Kelly was over there making Christmas music and he was making Christmas music and I think he came out with a Steppers album, if I'm not mistaken, during this time period. like doing this maybe about 7 year 8 year period, right? So what was he doing that was, maybe strange? Because what I do think though, this is a list. I'm gonna give y'all something that I think that since we just throwing stuff out there, right? I think that R. Kelly ghostwrites for Jeremiah, and Jeremiah puts it out to the entertainment industry. Because I'm now Jeremiah now, if he studied R. Kelly the way that he could have, him being from Chicago, him loving R. Kelly music, he could have. But Jeremiah, like if y'all looking for that R. Kelly and you want that new vibe, because basically everything that comes out pretty much got them dudes pretty much on the hooks. People just don't know. But the thing is, if you looking for that vibe, you probably want to go check out Jeremiah. You know what I mean? Because we got to put R. Kelly down. You feel me? He's out of there, man. He's out of there. He gone. He gone, man. He gone. He's too far gone, man. We are done with him, and he know it. Yeah, we done with him. For real. The Mavs wasn't mature. Yeah, he knew that. Yeah, he knew what he did. Yeah, and that's a fact. You know what I mean? Like, we talking about immature people. These are young women, young boys. You feel me? Because I know what, like I said, most of the people doing that school, when I went to that school, would get out of lunch, and we had like little pizza places around there, right? Because it was like the High Park area. And it's crazy. This same area is within I say Obama House is maybe I want to say 9 blocks away from this school. So Obama House is in this area. You feel me? So this is like one of them good areas, but it's still, you know what I mean? It still ain't like the best of the best, but it's called High Park, right? People consider that area decent. You know what I mean? And like I said, Obama even lived down the street in that area. And you got this bozo riding around this high school looking for women. Let's just say, like, just hear me out, right? What if Obama wasn't Obama and he still lived at that same house? That means that his daughters would have been zoned for that high school. You get what I'm saying? Come on, man. I know he ain't gonna win this one. They gonna put his ass under. Facts though. This time he ain't winning nothing. Too much involved. It's bigger than what you think. I'm telling you. It's bigger than what you think. Riding around the high school is not a crime. When I was in high school, all I had was grown boyfriends. These people do not care about R. Kelly had sex with. See, that's what we were talking about earlier. See, that's my whole point. That's what I was making earlier about how when I was in high school, I said that R. Kelly wasn't the only one. I said it was plenty of people on these blocks. That's why I said if you listening right now, people, think about, especially the dudes, think about that the older homie who used to call yourself respecting and he used to holler at your sister or something, right? And your sister was nothing but 15, right? Think about that, man. And he was like 22. That stuff ain't cool. You said just like you saying when I was in high school, I only mess with grown men because you was prey. You know what I mean? The easy to pray, the easy to better, mentally amused, misguided, confused. You ever heard of that? You feel me? See, the thing is like it's bigger than some sort of Illuminati. You know what I mean? It's bigger than some sort of Illuminati, man. Because I don't even think that for one, like when it comes to certain things, man, it's bigger than some type of when it comes to the Illuminati and this elite stuff that you're talking about, right? Now, if you said in the same token, you said that his catalog is worth all this money. So at the end of this result, he don't even own his catalog. Did you know that, right? His publishing belongs to another company who collects revenue on his behalf because they probably gave him some sort of upfront revenue in order to collect on that for X amount of years, allegedly, right? So with that being said, you think that they would destroy his image? Well, now this catalog means nothing. Now they can't even collect any type of pretty much rep because eventually, like he might have a resurgence years to come. You know what I mean? Because they gonna do some backstories on this, and it's gonna be some movies behind it. So it'll be another resurgence years to come of his music for sure. But the thing is, when it comes to right now in that decline, I doubt if they would take that type of risk. They just don't like Illuminati or no Illuminati. Business is business, and that sounds like a risky business. And no one gets in business to do risky behavior. You understand? I can't speak for every man in Hollywood. You feel me? I can't speak on every man in Hollywood. You feel me? But doing this to him is because of catalogs like MJ. MJ catalog would be worth more than the R. Kelly catalog. I'm just saying. To just be quite honest with you. You know what I mean? I'm in Chicago too. 72nd and Woodlawn. Shout out. Yeah, sir, East Side. Shout out the East Side. I used to hear about R. Kelly back in the 90s. See? You know what I mean? Like, this is nothing new. If you from the city, you know what I mean. You heard about different stuff like this. In fact, you probably witnessed it, or because it's a few schools in the city, right in Chicago. They had Kenwood, High Park. You know what I mean. I'm from pretty much out south. So then you had I forgot the name of the school from out west that started with an M. But that school right there, Marshall, I think it was, right? Marshall. I believe they don't wear uniform, right? So all these schools don't wear uniforms, so people pretty much come to school dressed like how they want to dress. So people might wear females might wear different type of clothing that might look older. You know what I mean? I get that. That's 100%. I get that. Okay, cool, right? But again, when you start talking to these people, you can clearly see that is not a, you know what I'm saying? It's an issue. Like you can clearly, you know what I'm saying? Homie say he went to Hearst. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. My homie went to Hearst. For sure. One of my homies went to Hearst, man. But it's like these allegations are not fact. What about Charlie Sheen? Why are the white men not being attacked like him? They are. They just removed Buddy, what's Buddy name from that Netflix series? He been doing all this work for years. House of Cards. That's a big series for them, man. That was like for Netflix itself. Like you know how big that series is for him. They threw his ass under the bus so quick when they found out what was going on with him, and him doing it to men. You feel me? He doing it to boys. See, he doing it to little boys that come in and allegedly, they want to be, on this particular TV show or whatever, or on that particular movie, and he'll come on to them. You know what I mean? He'll make them touch on him and stuff like that. Weird stuff. You feel me? Like this is all alleged. You can Google it. He got his day coming. They got him in trial right now. Then the dude, what's his name? The other dude who who they just got, the dude who Terry Crews put out. It's quite a few of them. And these dudes is the dudes who, if it was an Illuminati, these the dudes who would be in the Illuminati. These the dudes who make the big decisions. Like, hey, we talking about it's so many people who's coming forward about that one dude, that their careers had went forward and didn't move forward in regards to if their relationship with him went forward. You feel what I'm saying? That's crazy, man. This stuff ain't nothing new though. So don't just think it's like, the industry coming at black people. I think they just trying to rid this behavior, period. They just trying to rid that whole narrative. Because somebody must have woke up and looked in the sky like, you know what, this stuff ain't right. Like we live overseas or something. You know what I mean? I'll be like, maybe, right? If we lived overseas or something, it's a different culture over there. That's why I can't speak on their culture over there. But the thing is, we live in the United States and the culture here, that's wrong. You feel me? That's wrong. See, over there, they might grow up a little bit faster. You know what I mean? They damn near in some places overseas at 12 years old, they in a particular military for that area and they catching bodies for their country. You feel me? So with that being said, overseas is different. You feel me? But here in the US, at 12 years old, these people still sucking bottles. You feel me? They still need breast milk from their mummies. You know what I mean? So they mind ain't developed, let alone to even be, you know what I mean, participating in any type of behavior of that sort. I'm just saying, man. You feel me? I do think Kelly has messed with young girls, but I also think it's a conspiracy to take him down. Kelly is suing a record company for hundreds of millions of dollars that owe him. Every other day, an artist sue a record label, bro. That's like it's nothing new. You know what I mean? There's nothing new. They always say that they want more wages or more money or XYZ. You know what I mean? It's nothing really new in regards to that. But I'll say this: R. Kelly catalog is not worth hundreds of millions of dollars anymore. Now, have they made hundreds of millions of dollars off his catalog? Absolutely. How much did he make? I don't know. Because if you always in a frenzy and you know you got situations like this come about where you got to move money quick, sometimes you don't make the best decisions in life. You feel me? Sometimes you won't make the best decisions in life. So with that being said, let's just say allegedly, let's say 2000, he getting hit with these cases. They say he was actually fighting the cases all through the early 90s, according to that damn shit I seen on Lifetime, right? They said that he was actually in court since like 96, I want to say. 96, he was in court. So the dude was already fighting that case. Then we seen about the case in like 2000 when they let us know that it was, you know what I'm saying, it's an active case, just like this case. They say he was fighting this case like 3 or 4 years prior to it even being on Lifetime. They just letting us know about it. You feel me? They just letting us know about it. And of course, new charges have been brought up on him, but I'm talking about he always has some sort of case ongoing all these years. So what that means that somebody has to pay this, man. Somebody got to foot this bill. Someone gonna have to foot this bill. The only thing is, what's crazy is that you never really hear about R. Kelly and child support issues. You know what I mean? But I think recently they said something about he owed child support because he's scrambling. You know what I mean? He probably scrambling. Shit, ain't like, man, you just can't. Even if you got a certain amount of money, you just picking up money out of nowhere and making it liquid is probably like you can't do that fast. You feel me? That's like even when people will say, "Oh, I got to bun out," and they bunning out off $1 million bills. It's a package that they got to put together. You feel me? You got to put all this stuff together. You got to get your assets together. You usually don't have all that liquid, and especially like that dude ain't definitely having all that shit liquid. So him moving it around, him having to like I said, probably having to go sell some of his publishing, etc. And he probably didn't get the right fee at the time. So of course he gonna sue. He gonna be like, yeah, I was under distress because of this going on. I was going to court during this time and I wasn't really feeling it. You know what I mean? So it's a bunch of stuff that he can probably take it to court to, but that don't mean he gonna win. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. I clearly do know what I'm talking about. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. For real. You clearly don't. You clearly don't know what you're talking about. You can't be. You know what I mean? Because you can't be from Chicago. Because what I said was factual, right? So you must be out of the city, right? You ain't from Minnesota and you ain't from New York, where these charges are, you know what I mean? Happening in that. And also, with all these conspiracies about his album, like I just told you, like I just told people about 20 minutes, 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, whatever, right? The thing is that even if that is the case, why would anybody get in business to do risky business? That don't make any sense. See, if y'all was doing more business on your own, like in your own life, you'll understand that don't nobody make decisions like that. You know what I mean? You just don't make decisions like that. You just don't wake up and you know what? This catalog is worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This catalog is part of what's gonna feed my family for generations to come. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna put it in the dirt because I don't like this man. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. They gonna put it in the dirt because they don't like that man, right? Yeah, right. Sound good, man. That all sound good. But unfortunately, you're wrong. You're wrong. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense. That's just like you probably one of them choke no joke or Gene Deal supporters. You feel me? Like who could be around a person doing all this bad for all these many years and not say nothing, but all of a sudden say something when they check stop. And you follow them type of people. I get mad too. See, my channel ain't about that. See, we ain't about it and we never was. We never was. We ain't about it and we never was. Just being quite honest with y'all, man. But like for real, for real. But that person nuts, man, gonna tell me I don't know what I'm talking about when I'm trying to help them out with some facts. You feel me? I'm probably the only YouTuber who can tell you that they went to that damn school during the same period of time them people went to that school and not be capping, right? Who can also tell you, confirm that what they saying that he was driving around them schools is the truth, right? Right. It's death for the Cloud Chaser TV, man. When y'all watch this on the back, hit them comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, man. We about this thing, man. And we definitely put down R. Kelly, man. Salute Jeremiah.